obscene amount of recipes. Today is family dinner get together, and we always pick a theme. We get together once a month, enjoy food, enjoy good company, and it's a really fun thing that our family does. So I'm making a lot of fun recipes today, and I thought I would share them with you. Right now, I am just cutting up some lemons because the very first thing, oh, did I tell you the theme? It's like picnic theme, but these foods I feel like would be also great for Mother's Day or summer or really any day of the week because food is food. But the most important thing to bring to a picnic, in my opinion, not that I often go on picnics, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, you need to have lemonade. So I'm making lemonade. And I used to think to make lemonade, you just needed water, lemons, you know, lemon juice, dump that in, and sugar and mix it. The best way to do it, the old-fashioned way, is to make a simple syrup. And the reason why I'm doing it first is because the simple syrup, obviously you have to boil it to make the simple syrup, which is essentially just water and sugar boiled, but I'm adding lemon juice to it because we're making lemonade. But this obviously needs to cool in the fridge before we drink it. So I have about 2 cups of lemon juice. The recipe also says to slice up the lemons and throw those in. Maybe I'll zest this. I don't know. I just don't feel like straining it and going through all of that. I'm on a time crunch, so we're just gonna make it work this way. So the recipe calls for 7, I think a little bit over 7 cups of water. I'm gonna double this. So I've got 14 cups here. I'm gonna bring this to a boil. Oh my gosh, this thing is going crazy. So once this comes to a boil, which is not yet. All right, now it's ready. I have 2.5 cups of sugar. I'm just gonna dissolve that in there. Remember, I doubled the recipe, so 1.25 cup if you are just making a normal size portion. And just mix that in until it's dissolved. Into a pitcher or whatever you're serving it in. I really don't want my glass to break. Oh my gosh, is that a pit? Or a seed, what the heck ever. All right, I saved the day. I'm gonna pour my lemon juice in here. It's like 2 cups. There's a little bit of pulp, but it's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna dump the simple syrup in. Mix that in. I'm gonna throw in some mix-ins. I've got mint, strawberry, and I'm gonna slice up some lemons. And of course you add ice, so like 3 cups of ice. But I'm gonna let this sit for a minute before I add the ice. Slightly worried about glass and all this heat, but okay, maybe I'll add the ice now. 3 cups of ice going in, which seems like literally nothing. But hey, if you've never done a lemonade stand before, oh, I guess 6 cups because I doubled it. That makes more sense. Now you know how to make really good lemonade. I can't tell you how many lemonade stands I've been to. Oh my gosh, I'm giving these kids like $5 for a little bit of lemonade, and I'm like, oh, someone needs to teach them how to do it right. Just over here doing the Lord's work, okay? Mix that in, it's good to go. Obviously not really, I'm gonna mix a lot more in, but for now, I'm moving on. I cooked some pasta earlier this morning. Some pasta, orzo, and potatoes. I got a lot. I'm making a feast over here for just no good reason. I need a pineapple. You can use any fruit for this, but I'm going to throw together a fruit salad, a vanilla fruit salad. I never made this before, and I'm really pumped for it, honestly. It better be delicious because if I'm wasting 4 cups of fruit, we're gonna have a problem. Because that's what it calls for, 4 cups of fruit. So I have a medley of pineapple, grapes, strawberries, blueberries. The picture shows, I don't know, other stuff. It really doesn't matter. Anything you like, I assume would be delicious. Oh my gosh, pineapple, the best. Save the top and throw it in your garden. In 3 years, you're gonna have a pineapple that's like this big. Hashtag worth it. So in the picture, what got me on this one was that the fruit just looked so cute. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be making my fruit look as cute as she does. I mean, could I? No. She has heart-shaped pineapple, and that's just at a different level than where I am in my life right now. That's like edible treats style. What's that? Like edible arrangements, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm just dicing my pineapple up pretty small. I feel like that's good enough. When am I gonna bring this in? I have to transport it, so I think 4 cups of fruit will fit in here. I'm gonna start with the pineapple. I'm gonna add some strawberries to my pineapple fruit mixture. And I'm just cutting them in like roughly the same size pieces as the pineapple. Throwing that right on top. And then I've got some grapes. I'm just gonna pluck these off and throw these in. I might add the blueberries, but I don't know. This is looking pretty good. Maybe a handful or 2 of blueberries just for a pop of color. Why not? Then I'm gonna toss all the fruit just so I can see all the colors, see the rainbow. Nothing like having a picnic and enjoying a refreshing, fresh fruit alongside. But that's not all, obviously. Well, listen here. The recipe says to toss the fruit in 1 cup of lemon juice. I'm not gonna do that. This fruit doesn't brown, I think we're gonna be good. The kicker for this one is adding 2 tablespoons of instant, or I don't know, any kind of vanilla pudding mix. I've never done this before, so this is interesting. I think my kids are gonna like it, or it might be a flop. Have you ever put, oh gosh, I forgot what it is now, lime juice on grapes and they're supposed to taste like Sour Patch Kids? Spoiler alert, they don't. It does taste like a tart grape though. Or maybe it's like a Jell-O packet, I don't even remember. But I did it once and I was like, okay, no. Wow, this looks like a gloppy mess. Her picture looks nothing like this. Like, do you see the glops happening over here? Do you see her picture and the lies that she told? Julie! All right, I'm gonna take a taste test anyway. Oh, well, I guess it's nice to try it once, okay? It doesn't look half as good as hers. I can't even, like that glop, oh, gross. This was surprisingly a hit. And after I had a few, I was like, wow, the flavor of this is really awesome if you can get over the gloppiness of some of them. And maybe if you dip them in lemon juice, like that will help with the glop too. Maybe I added too much powder. I don't know, but it's good. So this one should be really good. I feel like I've made something like it before. How can it not be good, right? It's a watermelon cucumber salad. And I picked out this watermelon last night when I went grocery shopping. Fingers crossed, everybody. You know what? Why? It's not like, you know, it's like, ugh. I might be able to cut the outer portions off. It's so discouraging. Even I thought, oh, it's barely ripe, like maybe. No, it's like almost rotten. What the heck? Maybe I'm a watermelon snob. I don't know. Oh, gross! I'm not a watermelon snob. Like, that's gross. It's just not it. That's not even, it's not good. Not, ugh. Well, scrapping that idea. Oh, I hate this watermelon. Doesn't even want to be thrown away. Ooh. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do, since I always pivot, I use what I have, and hopefully this cantaloupe is good. I bought it a few days ago. I don't even know if this is good. Where did I get this? I'm gonna feed these scraps to my chicken, and before I know it, I'm probably gonna have like cantaloupe growing out there in my garden. Right now I have pumpkin, because we gave them pumpkin and like all the seeds were there. It's actually pretty cool. What's funny is I thought these fruit recipes were gonna be like the easy recipes. All right, I gotta taste test the cantaloupe. Okay, it's good. Everybody gather around now. We're gonna take it old school, back to 8th grade, back to middle school. If I don't drop it all. That piece is for me, okay? Calm down. I just cleaned my floors like 4 days ago, so we're good. Cucumber and melon is what I'm talking about. The classic scents, the classic flavors. I just have an English cucumber. We enjoy these a lot more than the typical cucumber. They're seedless, so that's always nice. Oh, I just remembered, I meant to paint my nails. You know, there's never enough time in the day. I mean, Bath and Body Works who, honestly. Now, to top this off, I'm just gonna use some really simple, you know, my favorite things. Fresh citrus, I've got a lime. Fresh herbs, I've got mint straight from my garden. Yes, oh my gosh, can you smell it? It smells so fragrant, so refreshing. Is this a joke? I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to cut the stems up. I'll give it to my chickens. It's nature's gum. Okay, I'm just gonna take this little bundle here and just chop that up, julienne it. Oh yes, that's when the flavor really comes out. So I'm just gonna drizzle that over top. And then take the lime juice and add that in. Oh yeah. Can't forget to add the little bit of natural perfume. I love lime juice so much, yeah. Where's my juicer? My fingers hurt. That's it. You know, I saw some recipes that added agave, so I'll add it. Ooh! I'll add a touch of agave in here. Just a little splash. I feel like this might be expired. Oh, no big deal. Only 2022. It's fine. It's like syrup, right? It doesn't go bad. It's all natural. All right, cook. This is amazing. That's exactly what it was. So full of flavor and freshness. And it's so simple to throw together. You can make this any day of the week. One more down, moving on. Up next, I was going to make Ina Garten's, oh, what is this crap? I was gonna make her corn salad. I still am, but I didn't realize that I have uncooked corn with all these husks. If they had normal corn in the grocery store, but this is like halfway peeled off. They think they're making it easy for you, you know? So I'm gonna boil these up real quick, and I'm gonna make a different pasta salad in the meantime. I'm just gonna bring this to a boil and just let it cook for like 5 minutes. That's all it takes. So earlier this morning, I cooked up some Orzo pasta, and this is just 8 ounces of pasta. I threw it in my fridge so it had time to cool down before I threw the cilantro lime Orzo pasta salad together. Those flavors are right up my alley. It calls for herbs, obviously a must in any springtime dish, summertime refreshing picnic dish. Some lime juice. It does call for tomatoes, so I bought some, and then a red bell pepper, and then some spices and stuff for the dressing. So I'm just gonna start chopping and dropping. My gosh, it calls for 1 bunch of green onions. I think that's a little bit overkill. Well, what do they mean by 1 bunch? Like, is that 1 bunch, or is this whole, I'm just gonna do what I feel is right. I give these a nice chop. What are you making? Also calls for 1 bunch of cilantro, which I, again, think is a little much. And since I only bought 1 bunch and I also need cilantro for a different recipe, I'm going to use just a big old handful. And I am gonna chop up the stems with this one because the cilantro stems hold so much flavor and I don't wanna waste them. I need more space on my cutting board, so I'm gonna throw that in with the pasta. I'm gonna dice up 1 red bell pepper. It's a really big bell pepper. I might just eat half of it myself, but I am going to dice it into similar size pieces as the Orzo, and they're pretty small. Yeah, that's like half of the red bell pepper, and that seems like a lot. So I'm gonna add that in. Everybody do the conga. And then it calls for some cherry tomatoes. I really don't feel like ruining this. I'm thinking of leaving them whole so it's easy for me to pick them out because I am a child. I just don't like tomatoes. I don't know, they taste like boogers, okay? Like mucus when you're sick. Oh, see, the knife doesn't even want to cut it. I'm contemplating life choices. Isn't she lovely just the way she is without any tomatoes? I'm gonna throw together the dressing and I might bring the tomatoes just on the side. For the dressing, I have a 1/4 cup of olive oil, the juice of 2 limes, so fresh, so fragrant. Also a great vegetarian option, because I know a lot of pasta salads, they add meat to it. And then some seasoning. So I've got some onion powder, garlic powder, being very conservative with these if you haven't noticed, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of salt. It's going to be so flavorful. So I'm just gonna dump this dressing right over top of the pasta, mix it together, and then throw it in the fridge for everything to settle in with each other. Okay, I guess I'll add the potatoes now that I see the lack of red in here. So pretty. I diced up the rest of the red bell pepper, but I will say I have another pasta recipe that, oh my gosh, I absolutely adore. And it's just pasta, arugula, and feta cheese with a little bit of olive oil. So simple and so satisfying. The corn is done, so I'm gonna work on Ina Garten's corn salad, fresh corn salad. Ooh, these are pretty hot. I'm gonna shuck, is that what it's called? Like take the ears, the corn off of the cob. And to do that, I'm just like, I have a bowl. I don't know, you're supposed to put this inside of a bowl. So I guess that's obsolete. So the reason I wanted to do it this way, Ina Garten's way, is because when you take it off of the cob, you get these delectable, beautiful, this is so hot, pieces that kind of stick together, right? But if you don't wanna be fancy like Ina Garten, like she says, just use store-bought from the can. You know what my favorite is? Frozen. I think the frozen corn tastes so good. This is going to make like nothing. I have 4 ears of corn. She calls for a little bit more, but they were sold in a pack of 4 and they didn't have fresh at my local store. My garden was fresh out, you know what I mean? But this is what I'm all about today with the picnic recipes. They're just super simple, easy to throw together recipes that pack a punch and a lot of great flavors. Fantastic. I'm gonna throw it in here, and the reason I just remembered why you do it in a bowl over a bowl is because the big bowl will catch all of the juices, but I'm beyond that point right now of caring. Ooh! Ooh, beautiful. So that's what I've got to work with. Love it. Ina's getting a little wild and crazy on us. This calls for 1 entire small red onion diced up. That's gonna be a no for me, but I will do like half of a red onion. You gotta really love red onion to put a whole dang onion in a salad. Very fine pieces. Popping that in. And I've got basil here, fresh from my garden. This is the flavor profile of this dish. Just that, I mean, fresh basil. It's not that I've never tried to grow basil. It's that I try and fail every single time. I blame my climate. Ooh, this kind of has like a tarragon-y smell to it. All right, I'm using a lot of basil. How much do I actually need? Half a cup. That seems about right then. All of it, and I just like roll it up a little bit here. Try not to get my Band-Aid in there, so gross. Julienne this. Got like a licorice-y smell to it. I'm gonna toss that on top. And then it does have a dressing. So 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1, 2, 3. Equal parts olive oil, and then a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. That's it. That's why we love Ina, right? She keeps everything nice and simple, really lets the flavors shine for themselves. So I'm gonna drizzle this over top and then give this a toss. Oh my gosh, so fresh, so simple. Ina Garten really knows what she's doing. She elevates the dish while keeping the flavor profile really simple, but somehow like bursting in your mouth. You know what I mean? It's fantastic, as she would say. It's fantastic. And then also delicious and easy to throw together. And that's what it's all about, right? And the presentation is 20 One more down. I'm so happy about this. Almost time to leave. I won't be able to get to everything, but c'est la vie. So the next recipe is a zesty chicken enchilada pasta. Well, I'm taking the shortcut, the easy way, because I only have so much time in my life, right? Maybe I could have made less recipes, but what's delicious about less food? I was gonna make with this chicken, dill pickle chicken salad. Sounds amazing, right? I still might include that, but for the party, I'm gonna let that slide. So I got a chicken last night, and if this isn't the most pitiful looking chicken I've ever seen in my life. What is this? I don't even know if I'll get a pound of meat off of this thing. And if I told you how much I paid for this, you'd say, are you crazy? And the answer to that is yes. Have we met? It better taste good is all I'm saying. I'm going to take all the meat that I can off of that pitiful little bird and throw the enchilada pasta salad together. I cooked the pasta earlier today, so at least that is done. Oh my goodness. This bird is more flat-chested than me. I don't know which side have the breast and which side is the back. There's the little breast, the double A's. I'm unhinged. All right, let me dissect this thing. A taste for the chef. That's a bone. Ah! The whole thing's a bone. It does taste good. The itty bitty little wishbone. We making a wish? I wish I had a bigger chicken. So I was going to make the croissants, the chicken salad, like dill pickle chicken salad. Oh my gosh, I still want to make it. So I'll probably make it next time. We ate through the croissants, sad to report. But I mean, they were delicious, so not too sad. But this rotisserie chicken costs twice as much as the one that I get from Costco, but has half the meat. So I don't know, screaming deal. That's why we love Costco, right? Not that I always get the rotisserie chicken, but what I'm trying to say is you could probably use, I didn't have enough time to like cook it and thaw it, but you could probably also use canned chicken too. Just gonna start chopping and dropping here. So I've got the chicken, a sad amount of it. I've got some black olives I'm gonna throw in here. I just drained them from the can. It's a pretty big can. I've got some corn. This is just from a can. But I will say the quality of corn from the can matters, like store-bought versus the, what do I have, Del Monte. And then I have a can of black beans, drained and rinsed. And then I have a red onion. I'm just going to dice this up. Oh my gosh, don't do it this way. Okay, tossing this in too. What else? I took some pasta out for the little kids who don't care about flavor. Oh, cilantro. Where's my cilantro? Take a bundle of this. I'm just gonna chop this up right quick. Fresh herbs, fresh citrus, always elevate a dish. I'm going to throw the dressing together, which you need the juice of a lime. These flavors are gonna be bonkers. For the dressing or sauce, you need, oh boy, 1/3 cup of sour cream, 2/3 cup of enchilada sauce, and lime juice. And that's it. That seems pretty simple. The freshness is unmatched. Okay, I'm gonna whisk this together and then pour it straight over top. Mix it all until it's well combined. Did I add too much pasta? Well, it doesn't look like much once it's mixed together. Kind of looks like slop. But once you garnish it with some fresh herbs, look at that! Completely transforms the dish. All right, there she is. All right, there she is. Oh my, yes. So much, yes, so much. This was delicious. It had a lot of flavor to it. That enchilada sauce really gave it the, you know, a little kick, a little spice, a little flair. And I would definitely use more than 2/3 cup. I mean, obviously I didn't measure, but I would probably go ahead and throw the whole can in there because it was kind of dry. I don't know. That's just my hot take. And then I would do the Greek yogurt instead of sour cream because you would barely be able to taste it with all of that enchilada sauce in there, you know? So why not give it a little healthy flair? So now I'm just cutting up some fruit for the lemonade. And if there was one stunner throughout this entire video, it would be this one takeaway. Listen, if your kids are doing a lemonade stand, please, for the love of everything that is holy, do not let them do Country Time lemonade or whatever the heck those packets are. You know, we've done that before where there's like a sugar-free kind and that comes in like a packet. I forgot what it's called. Simply something. I don't really know. But it was okay. But this is, you can't even touch it, right? That the normal packet lemonade is like, whatever, fine, I'll pay you $5 for a little cup of lemonade and go on with my life. But this, I mean, if I paid it $5 for this, I would come back for seconds. I'd be like, wow, thank you so much. What did you do to this? I need more in my life. This was the star. And the lemonade, it wasn't too tart, it wasn't too sour or sweet or not too much of anything. Just like the perfect balance of refreshing and delicious. Obviously, it had the herbs. So even without adding all of the extra add-ins that I did, the strawberry, the mint, and the lemon, even without that, it is perfect. But with it, round of applause for whoever shared a picture of this on Pinterest and made me think that I would be able to recreate it, and I did. And you know what I saw on Pinterest is she shared it in like these liter mason jars and just made it look so sweet. So if you're doing an actual picnic and need it to be more transport friendly, there's an option there. But oh, by the way, this a canister, this drink dispenser is from Target. I got it because, I don't know, the one I have I didn't like. And I saw this at Target because I was looking for one that was a lot prettier and could transport. The seal on top isn't a proper seal. It just lays on there. But I thought it was gorgeous. It was the right size for what I wanted. It's a little smaller than the ones that I have, which I was looking for. It's about 2 gallons, but it's lovely. Hey, it's not a proper picnic without a dessert. So I'm going to throw together one of my faves. I made a lot of fun summer desserts over the years, and this one is really fantastic and delicious and simple. And when I tell you it's delicious, I'm not exaggerating. It's so good. Just chop and drop a little mixing and you're on your way to having a very well-known crowd pleaser. I have a pound of strawberries. I kind of feel like whenever I've made this in the past, I've always doubled it, but I can't remember, it's been so long, so I'm just going to cut the strawberries up, and if I need to add more, I'll do that. Oh my heck. Okay, I modified this recipe, obviously, as I do with almost every recipe. I think I normally do more strawberries than this, like it calls for a pint. I did 1 pound of strawberries, so however that converts. And I feel like typically I even do more than this. And then Wolfgang was, you know, munching on them as we went as well. I always let him help me out in the kitchen. I use help very loosely, but that's how they learn, right? And I would do more strawberries because that's just the gem of the dish. And I do about half of the amount of marshmallows that it calls for. So like half a bag. It calls for a whole bag, which I feel like is a bit much. And then when I combined the... Oh, it also calls for half a loaf of pound cake as well. And so I just do a whole loaf. It's like, first of all, what am I going to do with the rest of it? And second of all, more is more, you know? And then I added about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the whipped cream, sweetened condensed milk mixture. And it was a little on the dry side. I will say that. Obviously, because I added more stuff. But
I didn't add it all, and it was fine. Like, it still tasted delicious. Like, no one was like, oh, no one complained. Listen, this is such a good salad. It made me feel so healthy after I ate it. It's the worst. It is obviously a dessert, just with a little fruit flair. Lots of sugar in here, lots of butter with the pound cake. But it's like, you know, you got to live your life with balance, and it is such a good summer treat if you're looking for one. So this is just 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces, and then 8 ounces of the whipped cream. I just thawed it out. I left it in the fridge after I bought it, so it had been in the fridge for, 12 hours or so. You can leave it on the counter, let it thaw out, and then just mix that together, and then mix everything together with the pound cake marshmallows and strawberries. So simple to throw together, so easy. Again, that's the theme of my life, and very, very delicious, okay? The payback of making this, I'm speechless. It is one of my favorites, and it's refreshing because you let it chill in the fridge. Obviously, you can eat it right after you mix it because, you know, it's kind of cold stuff anyway. But if you let it chill, it tastes even better. I would eat it within a couple of days because the marshmallow, not that we've ever let it go for a couple of days, let me say that, but on the recipe, it states that the marshmallows will start to disintegrate if you leave it for more than 3 days. So we've never had that problem, okay, because that's how good it is. It doesn't last very long in our house. And I mean, if I had the opportunity to eat this entire confection by my lonesome, I would definitely be able to do it because it is that good. Call me Brucey. And that's all I have to say about that. Make it. If there's 2 things you make, it's lemonade and this, okay? And we're just serving it, and I have these little ice cream cups.
Earlier today, I cooked some potatoes up, so I'm gonna make Ina Garten's potato salad, and it sounds really good. Everything she makes is delightful. They've been sitting in the fridge, chilling, waiting for their grand reveal. So I have 3 pounds of potatoes. I just boiled them. Oh gosh, it says easy recipe, but here we are making a dressing and stuff. I need celery for potato salad? Never have I ever. Pickles, I have, but celery? I cry, but I am so productive. It's an art. I'm gonna trust Ina Garten on this one and get some celery. I also need some red onion. This looks like it's about to go bad. Half a cup of fresh dill. I broke a nail. Good thing I had some dill fresh from my garden. All right. I cry, but I am so productive. Hey, it's an art. I act like it's my birthday every day. It calls for a couple different mustards, Dijon and whole grain. I doubt this is whole grain. I'm not gonna use that. This seems like a lot of potato salad. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna whisk together the dressing. So we've got 1 cup of mayonnaise going in here. That's a little crazy. I'm sure we can substitute half of that with yogurt, Greek yogurt, for a little healthier kick, a little healthy flair. But we're not eating potato salad to be healthy, okay? A 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Yup. I am so productive. A couple tablespoons of the yellow Dijon. Looks good. I'm just gonna whisk this together, get everything nice and combined. I forgot to add salt and pepper mostly because I have to refill these containers and I've been putting it off. Just a little teaspoon of each. Oh, cool. Give that a mix. Did you hear that insane diss that Eleanor just had? I need half a cup of red onion. I'm gonna finally dice this up. Okay, now I'm going to add in half a cup of celery. I don't know how many ribs of celery that equates to, but I am gonna cut these pretty finely. Let's do 3, I think that'll get us there. This is more like a cup, but I don't go shy on my add-ins, okay? If there's one thing I'm not, it's shy. Awesome, that might be too much. This celery is a little overpowering. And then I'm going to need some dill. Just take a peek, take a look. It's in a book. The smell of this, ooh, you guys, are we making ranch dressing over here? Is that what that is with the buttermilk and mayonnaise? I think so. I would say if you don't have all of that, just use ranch dressing. We need half a cup of dill. So it's basically everything from my poor garden. I have a salmon recipe with dill. Oh my gosh, this was reminding me of it. It's like lemon and dill. These are the flavors of the season. I mean, can you even look at this? Just so dang delicious. I'm gonna give this a nice chop. Probably my third favorite herb. So what I've got here are potatoes. I'm gonna do the red onion and some celery. And then some dill. I mean, look, it looks like a salad. Your body won't recognize it as one, but it's got some green in it. I think I've gone through all of my spatulas today. Just gonna dump this over and then toss it all together. That's fabulous.
It is fabulous. It's different than any other potato salad that I have. I'm used to having like some kind of vinegar or pickle in my potato salad, which I quite enjoy. So if you're looking for that, this is more like very, very classic, very mild flavors. It's really good. Love the fresh dill in there. Love the kick of the crunch of celery. I would add more of everything or less potatoes. I don't know. It made a lot of it. And maybe it's the perfect ratio and there's something wrong with me because Ina Garten doesn't make mistakes. So there's that. And then I will show you a couple of clips that I took from my brother's house when she was setting up. We got there and these ants she got from Amazon. I was like, oh my gosh, they're perfect for our picnic themed. I feel like everyone always does the theme way better than I do. They're all their cutesy little touches. She actually made chicken salad with croissants too, so it's kind of perfect that I didn't do mine the same day. And she just had these little ants just holding up the food. Oh, I just thought it was so cute. She made a little keto salad. I don't know what this is called, but it had dill in it. It had like cream cheese mixture with the tomato on top and then the crunch of the cucumber. So good. If that's your thing, just a nice little pop. And then one of my nieces made that like cheese and meat and artichoke. I don't know what else is on there. An olive. Oh, made it delicious. And then just the red and white checker theme of the day. I feel like that's the tablecloth I'm missing. So she definitely had that and I was so happy about it. But this is the thing. Oh my gosh. And then my other sister-in-law threw this together. I thought it was darling. It was, the whole ant theme. It was a cupcake with some coconut, and then I posted this on Instagram and someone asked if it was olives on top. No, so sorry. Those are chocolate covered nuts. And I just think they're so precious. And then she used like black frosting kind of stuff for the legs and then the eyeballs. Just so darling. I loved how everything turned out and we always have a good time. We were also playing, what's that game with the headphones and you guess what people are saying? Just always such a good time when we get together. So I would encourage you guys to start doing this, even if it's just with your own family, just getting together and making it a theme once a month. Just, gives life a little flair, and that's what it's all about. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me while I shared all of these recipes with you. I hope it inspired you to make something fun and funky and fresh. Hey, if you want to, subscribe, stick around, put a little happy in your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.